Hello everyone and welcome to Movie Review UK, and today I'm reviewing The Visit. It's the new film by M Night Shyamalan. I think that's the right pronunciation, but last night I went to an exclusive preview screening of the film with a Q&A with M Night Shyamalan afterwards, and even Den of Geek, the people who organised it, stumbled over saying it at one point, so I'm not sure. I've heard other people call him Shyamalan. It's probably one of those. The film is about a grandson and a granddaughter who go and visit their estranged grandparents. There was an event that caused the mother to leave the grandparents, then she doesn't see them for 15 years, and then that's why they're estranged. One of the most surprising things about the film for me is that it was actually a mix of genres that I wasn't expecting. One of the things as well that M Night Shyamalan talked about after the film was that all his films are a mix of genres, which is obviously true, of course. I should also mention at this point that Unbreakable is one of my favourite films of all time. But The Visit is kind of, I view it as being three different genres. It's drama, comedy, horror. And that may be surprising. Now, I didn't actually watch the trailer beforehand, so I didn't really know what to expect other than what a few tidbits some people had told me, and that it looked like it was a horror. And yeah, certainly it is horrific, and in terms of its imagery, I actually really liked the film a lot. But yeah, it's also very, very funny. For most of the film, there is a lot of laugh out loud moments. It's only really towards the end of the film, in the climatic scenes, that, yeah, there's not many laughs to be had, apart from a few uneasy laughs from the audience. When any film has child actors in, I become nervous. I just find a lot of child actors, even if they're alright, they're rarely great in my eyes, and it detracts from the film a lot when they're not good and it has children in. This, however, I think the acting and the casting of them was tremendous. The granddaughter is played by Olivia de Jonge. I think that's how you pronounce her name. First scene I wasn't 100% sure, but then as the movie went on, I became a lot more comfortable with the performance, and it's kind of the way that it was done. Basically, they're filming a documentary about their visit, and just her, the way she talks suits that very well, and there's, scenes where she really comes out and has to break this almost documentary maker role, and that adds some really nice touching human elements to it. The grandson is played by Ed Oxenbould, and he is tremendous. He's terrific. He has a lot of humorous lines. He's a wannabe rapper in the film, so he's got a lot of rapping dialogue, which he delivers very, very well and to good comedic effect. Again, I wasn't familiar with the grandparents, but they're played by Deanna Dunnigan and Peter McRobbie. They are creepy as hell, basically. They, at times, they seem very loving and warming, and obviously you find out that there's something not quite right about either of them, and their portrayals are very unsettling. Unsettling is the overriding emotion I keep coming back to when I'm thinking about the film, and in fact, whilst it had a lot of comedic moments in it, I find myself thinking back to the film, to the more horror elements and the more scary scenes, and it is extremely disturbing. The way that the events unfold in the film as well, I think, is done very well. It's, as I say, it has got this comedy all the way through, but then there are these moments of to you, the viewer, confusion and just things that are so creepy. And in fact, the first kind of main horror scene it comes not out of the blue in the sense that you're not expecting anything, because it's, you kind of expect something to be happening, especially in this specific scene. You actually hear it before you see it, so it's not like a total shock, but it's out of the blue in the sense of it's a very gross and haunting image. It's just vile and creepy as hell. Especially, I kind of got a feeling of uneasiness as you are seeing it from the grandchildren's perspective, very much so. Especially as they're filming it in a documentary style. To be in the situation that they were in would not make me feel comfortable. as I say, it is a very funny film, and I was finding it surprising how much I was laughing at it. Like, it was genuinely funny. It's at times it is hilarious, and the whole cinema was laughing at points. So in the Q&A afterwards, M Night Shyamalan said that he couldn't think of another film that combined the genres of comedy and horror. And whilst it has been done, you know, in things like Scary Movie, that's in much more of an over-the-top way. And I'm sure there have been other films that have done it. I can't remember any myself, but I'm not aware of there being any that do it quite like this, that it is like very funny, but then so disturbing. As I say, the film does ramp up to a very, very powerful ending with excellent performances all around. And it's a bit nerve-shredding, actually. Some of the imagery and the things that happen are absolutely awful. Like, I was sitting there in disbelief at some of the things that happen. I was like, this is unbelievable. Like, it's not your standard horror film. Like, a jump scare here and a stab there and all this blood everywhere, blah, blah, blah. It's a lot more... I've said it before, but I'll say it again because it is unsettling. Very, very just gross. And that would be the main reason why I'd recommend this film. It has got some absolutely horrific scenes which need to be seen. Seen the scene. As I've mentioned, M Night Shyamalan did a Q&A after the film, and it added to the experience. I mean, just being in the same room as him was incredible. There were a lot of good questions. One of my friends, Nate Peterson from Food Review UK, asked what he thought of the current state of the horror genre. And Nate mentioned two films, The Babadook and It Follows. And like, as soon as Nate stopped talking, delivered the question, M Night said to him, I was literally going to mention those two films. And he talked a little bit about that, and that was really cool. And just seeing him was awesome. I did actually manage to ask him a question. I have more of a reputation for being a comedian or funny or trying to make people laugh than necessarily being an intelligent or articulated movie reviewer. So I didn't ask him, you know, why did he juxtapose comedy with horror, what was his intention, or how did you go through the casting process. At one point in the film there is a nappy with feces in, so I asked him what was in the diaper. He liked that, he laughed. I actually made him laugh twice. Because I was in one of the best seats in the house. I was very centre row of the centre row column. Centre column, centre row. Yeah, that works. And so the microphones they were handing round, it was taking a while to get to me when I put my hand up very, very confidently and such. And so I said, I can project. Got a great laugh. Not just from M Night, from the whole cinema. They loved it. So it was a good piece that I delivered, and he didn't actually reveal. He said, I wouldn't like to reveal the movie's secrets. Something like that, in a jovial manner. So I have spoken to M Night Shyamalan, which is like a huge buzz for me. So yeah, I absolutely loved the film. It is just, it's unique. It's very unique. It delivers a unique experience, and it delivers some absolutely horrible imagery, and it's really scary in places. It's got jump scares, so they're on there, and actually they're horrendous jump scares. One of them, although it didn't necessarily catch me out, it did scare me, but I kind of knew it was happening. But the guys behind us, they lost their shit at that one. So yeah, it's a great movie. It's got a couple of the tropes from the horror genre, but it also does a lot of new stuff. It's a totally unique tone that I haven't really experienced before, and as I say, some of the imagery has to be seen to be believed and is new and bloody disturbing. I'd give it 8 out of 10. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Let me know your feedback below. Let me know if you're going to check out The Visit, because I'd be really interested to hear just how popular this film is going to be. Have I intrigued you enough to go and see it? I hope I have. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos.